Each new day unfolds as a battle for existence. All eyes are poised for the decisive moment. Predator and prey are but a heartbeat apart. Here, survival is the only instinct. Beneath the searing sun of the African savannah, the silence is often just a veneer. Without a word of warning, the space is suddenly shattered by thundering footsteps and a cloud of dust erupting into the air. A solitary lioness is in full pursuit of a panicked warthog. The warthog is no easy quarry, for its curving tusks are a lethal defensive weapon. But with an explosive burst of power, the lioness uses her full body weight to topple her opponent onto the parched earth. With a single, precise bite to the throat, the hunter swiftly seals the fate of her prey in an instant. The lioness's breath is still ragged, but in this wilderness, a meal is seldom enjoyed in peace. Carried on the dry winds, a chorus of eerie, unnerving sounds rings out, like a cackle of derision. A clan of spotted hyenas has scented blood from miles away. Though often dismissed as cowardly scavengers, spotted hyenas are, in fact, a highly disciplined and ferocious hunting party. They pour out from the thorn bushes, slowly tightening their circle with jaws powerful enough to crush solid bone. The lioness could certainly kill several of her assailants, but she understands the harsh calculus of survival. A single bite tearing into her thigh muscle from the pack, and her sprinting days would be over forever. With a reasoned growl, the queen of the grasslands concedes her prize and retreats silently into the shade. For in Africa, the greatest prize is awarded not to the blindly powerful, but to those creatures who understand that a strategic retreat ensures survival for another day. From the high cliffs, far removed from the dust and brutality below, life proceeds in a very different manner. A troop of baboons has quietly observed the entire event from this position of absolute safety. For them, the key to survival lies not in fang and claw alone, but in the strength of their social bonds. Grooming one another is not merely for hygiene. It is a ritual that strengthens kinship and maintains order within a complex community. Among these arid crags, the young are fiercely protected, and lessons in vigilance are passed down through the generations. From this vantage point, they are the silent witnesses, observing every movement on the ever-changing stage of the plains. Leaving the barren cliffs, the soundscape of the savannah changes distinctly as we approach the rivers. Echoing across the water is a sharp, characteristic cry, an acoustic symbol of the continent itself. It is the African fish eagle, the sovereign of these fertile wetlands, with its strategic command of the skies. From a high perch, its piercing gaze can detect a glint of silver beneath the water from hundreds of feet away. In a single graceful dive, it skims the lake's surface, its specialized barbed scales providing an unrelenting grip on the slippery prey. Its presence marks the boundary where arid land gives way to a kingdom of water and life. Deeper now, into the heart of dense marshlands, where the flow of time seems to have been suspended for millions of years. Hidden amongst the towering papyrus reeds is one of the continent's most bizarre and ancient creatures. The shoebill stands utterly motionless, like a stone statue sculpted in a prehistoric age. Its enormous bill, shaped like a wooden clog, is a marvel of evolution, with razor-sharp edges and a vicious hook at its tip. Its patience is almost beyond our comprehension, standing for hours on end, unblinking in the oppressive heat. Cold, pale, yellow eyes, which rarely blink, are intensely focused on the slightest ripple in the murky water below. An unwary lungfish surfaces for a gulp of air, disturbing the swamp's tranquility. Instantly, the bird's entire body collapses downwards like a steel trap, clamping the slick prey in its unyielding jaws. That lightning strike has determined the victim's fate in less than half a second, before everything returns to its primeval stillness. In a world teeming with competition, the shoebill has mastered the art of waiting, of conserving every ounce of energy. Here, silence is not an absence of life, but the ultimate weapon of a patient and methodical hunter. These waters have always concealed silent assassins, ready to strike at the most unexpected moment. Leaving the stillness of the swamps, we return to the vast, open plains, where the sun leaves no place to hide. Here, amidst the golden grasses, a slender silhouette quietly surveys the horizon with unwavering focus. This is the cheetah, a biomechanical marvel of nature, a creature refined over millions of years for a single purpose, ultimate speed. Not far away, a herd of impala are grazing, but their calm is deceptive. Their ears are in constant motion, and their sensitive noses perpetually read the messages carried on the breeze. The cheetah begins its approach with astonishing subtlety, lowering its body and moving step by step, a phantom in the dry grass. It understands that its strength lies not in stamina, but in a single, explosive burst of acceleration. When the distance has been narrowed to its limit, the savanna's silence is torn asunder. The cheetah is unleashed like an arrow from a bow, achieving a speed of over 60 miles per hour in under 3 short seconds. Its flexible spine compresses and extends like a giant spring, while its non-retractable claws act like running spikes, gripping the earth. Its long, heavy tail functions as a rudder, allowing it to maintain perfect balance even through terrifyingly sharp turns. The impala makes spectacular zigzag leaps, attempting to use its endurance to exhaust the predator. In a breathtaking moment, the cheetah clips the prey's legs, just as the impala attempts to change direction. The two tumble in a cloud of dust before the hunter locks its jaws onto its quarry's windpipe. The impala's life fades, yielding to the survival of the swifter. But this victory comes at a great physiological cost. The cat is now breathless, its heart rate soaring, and its brain is at risk of overheating from the immense exertion. It must rest to recover, even as other opportunists may be watching from afar. This meal is a worthy prize, but it is also just one short chapter in a much longer chronicle. Around them, the rest of the impala herd has already begun to regroup, their vigilance now higher than ever. Vultures begin to appear as small specks in the vast blue sky, waiting for their turn in nature's nutrient cycle. On these immense plains, no moment is ever truly the end. The great flow of life continues, where every hunt is merely the prelude to a new race on the morrow. Under the fierce midday sun, the savannah shows no sign of rest or reprieve. The cycle of life here is not a series of isolated events, but a continuous and tightly woven chain. As the cheetah rests, the scent of its prize begins to draw new players onto the stage. Vultures descend from the thermal columns high above, their sharp eyes missing no remnant. They engage in a chaotic squabble of shrill calls and flapping feathers. Every beakful they take helps return essential nutrients to the arid land. In this natural world, nothing is ever truly wasted. Not far away, great herds of wildebeest and zebra continue their tireless journey in search of greener pastures. New life is born, even as another has just fallen, ensuring the lifeblood of the savannah will endure. There is no final curtain, no true end to this great drama. Each struggle and each victory we have witnessed is but a single pulse in the breath of an entire continent. In a land that challenges every breath, its existence is a testament to nature's most enduring design. This is not an easy place to survive, but it is in this harshness that every deliberate step of the Somali ostrich becomes a symbol of endurance, of adaptation, and of silent strength. Unlike its more common cousin, the Somali ostrich has no white ring around its neck. Instead, it possesses a striking blue hue. This vibrant color on its neck and thighs becomes even brighter in the male during the breeding season. That turquoise skin is more than an ornament. It attracts mates, but it also reflects an ancient adaptation. A white tuft of tail feathers distinguishes the male, replacing the black and white pattern of other ostrich subspecies. It is a subtle sign in a place where the smallest differences can determine survival. As tall as a man and often heavier, the Somali ostrich can reach a height of 7.9 feet and weigh up to 254 pounds. It cannot fly, nor does it hunt, but it runs with a phenomenal speed. At 43 miles per hour, it escapes danger with thunderous strides. On the Atta Plateau, where the vegetation is sparse and the ground is open, the ostrich has an advantage. It can spot danger from afar. A typical omnivore, the Somali ostrich takes what this land offers: leaves, roots, wildflowers, and seeds. Succulent plants provide precious moisture when drought grips the plains. And when greenery is scarce, it does not hesitate to eat insects or small animals. Here, they often live alone or in pairs, especially during the breeding season or when scarcity forces them into a solitary existence. When the dry season becomes severe and the plateau's vegetation withers, they move towards the Galana River. Not in great herds like the migrating ungulates, but in small, flexible groups, guided not by spectacle, but by the instinct for survival. In this timeless land, even the ostrich understands that survival belongs not to the strongest, but to the most skillfully adapted. Also blessed with long legs and a talent for concealment, the lesser kudu moves like a ghost through the thickets of Tsavo. Its reddish-brown coat is punctuated by vertical white stripes, patterns that are more than just camouflage. They seem to merge with the shadows of the trees. This is one of Africa's most elusive antelopes, a creature born of silence, shaped by stillness. Each kudu bears between 11 and 14 ghostly stripes along its flanks. This camouflage is so precise that even the sharpest of predators' eyes can be deceived. Its oversized, rounded ears are in constant motion. They act as natural satellite dishes, capable of detecting even the faintest rustle of danger. But this antelope does not live in herds. The males wander alone or in pairs. The females move in a small, quiet collective. It is a life of discretion, an evolutionary trade-off, sacrificing recognition for the ability to be almost invisible. However, when danger strikes, the lesser kudu does not stand still. It explodes. With a single leap, it can clear over 30 feet and jump more than 6.5 feet high. Primarily a browser, it feeds on leaves, fallen fruit, young shoots, and herbs. It rarely drinks, absorbing moisture from its food. When the sun scorches the Yatta Plateau above 90 degrees Fahrenheit, the kudu retreats into the shade of the thorn trees. During prolonged droughts, some individuals make discreet trips to the greener areas along the Galana River, but they never migrate in mass. Unlike many territorial animals, the lesser kudu avoids conflict. The males rarely fight, and only do so when cornered. But even the most gentle of creatures are never free from danger. On the open plains and in the hidden clearings of Tsavo, predators are always lurking. And for the lesser kudu, survival is a constant game of wits. One wrong move, and the shadows it blends into could become the jaws from which it cannot escape. Where the lesser kudu weaves through the thorny bush to escape the harsh sun, a silent, dark form emerges. The Tsavo lion, a symbol of primal power and survival instinct. It is unlike any other lion in Africa. This predator has evolved not only to endure the extreme heat of Tsavo East, but to dominate it. The lion population in this land is relatively small, only about 450 individuals, according to the latest data in 2024. This number equates to just 1.88 lions per 38 square miles, a worrying decline compared to decades ago. But what they lack in numbers, they make up for in mystique. The Tsavo male lion, often mistaken for a sub-adult, has no mane, or at most, just a few rough tufts around its neck. Gone is the thick, majestic cloak of the Serengeti. Here, evolution has stripped away the appearance to prioritize survival. In a land where daily temperatures can exceed 91 degrees Fahrenheit, a thick mane is more of a burden than a symbol of power. The lack of a mane may help these lions regulate their body temperature more effectively, an adaptation tailored for this semi-desert furnace. However, the lions of Tsavo are more than a biological anomaly. They are the inheritors of a chilling legend, a story written in blood. The vast landscape, dotted with tall grasses and scattered bushes, is an ideal arena for the cheetah to display its incredible speed and exceptional hunting talent. The cheetah's body has undergone a remarkable evolutionary process, equipping it to thrive in the wild. The cheetah has a light, aerodynamic body which helps reduce air resistance and allows for higher speeds. The cheetah possesses a unique muscle structure, characterized by a high proportion of fast-twitch muscle fibers. These muscle fibers provide explosive power and acceleration, enabling the cheetah to reach speeds of up to 60 to 70 miles per hour in short bursts. These adaptations combine to make the cheetah the fastest land animal, allowing it to hunt effectively in its natural habitat. Over time, these features have been refined through natural selection, ensuring that the cheetah remains proficient at survival and thrives in the wild. While cheetahs are primarily solitary animals, females tend to hunt alone, whereas males often form small groups called coalitions. This social behavior can enhance hunting success, as they can take down larger prey when working together. Cheetahs typically target small to medium-sized ungulates, like gazelles and impalas. They tend to focus on younger, weaker, or injured individuals to increase their chances of a successful hunt. Cheetahs must be vigilant to avoid larger predators like lions and hyenas, which may steal their kills or pose a threat to their cubs. Female cheetahs exhibit strong maternal behavior. They care for their cubs for up to 18 months and teach them essential survival skills. Male cheetahs use scent marking to establish territories and communicate with others. This behavior helps reduce conflict with other males and allows them to maintain a presence in an area with abundant prey. On the vast Serengeti plains, cheetahs face competition from other predators and scavengers. They have adapted by being agile and faster than most other big cats, allowing them to escape threats and focus on hunting during the day. These behaviors are crucial for the cheetah's survival in the wild, enabling them to hunt, reproduce, and evade threats effectively. And among the most extraordinary residents of the plains, one of Africa's most remarkable antelopes stands out, the gerenuk, also known as the giraffe gazelle. At first glance, it seems almost fragile, but every millimeter of its elongated body tells a story of evolutionary ingenuity. With an extra 12 to 16 inches of neck, the gerenuk has unlocked a secret nutritional tier, the leaves and shoots beyond the reach of other antelope species. But the real magic lies in its posture. With a graceful precision, the gerenuk rears up on its hind legs, leaning lightly against a bush. In this vertical ballet, it reaches nearly 6.5 feet into the foliage, browsing where no other antelope can touch. In a world where size often dictates survival, the gerenuk has chosen a different path: height, elegance, and efficiency. Socially, it is just as unique. You will not find large, roaming herds here. The adult males are solitary, defending non-fixed territories with scent marks during the brief breeding season. The females and their young form small, quiet groups of just 2 to 6 individuals, moving like whispers across the savannah. The mothers are incredibly cautious. After giving birth, they meticulously groom their newborn, then hide it deep in the thorny undergrowth. There, for the first few weeks of its life, the young waits in silence while the mother returns to nurse in short, careful visits. In this harsh, sun-baked environment, the gerenuk thrives not through strength or speed, but through adaptation and grace. It is a silent icon of resilience, a creature shaped by the land, refined by necessity, and quietly victorious in one of Africa's harshest places. From the shimmering haze of the heat, another icon emerges. Smaller, faster, and no less tenacious. This is the Thompson's gazelle, affectionately known as the Tommy. Small in stature but immense in stamina, the Tommy is one of Africa's fastest land animals, capable of reaching speeds of up to 50 miles per hour. But unlike the cheetah, it has a secret advantage. It is not just speed, but precision. With an incredible agility, it zigzags across the landscape, its hooves barely touching the ground as it twists and turns in an unpredictable dance. And then it leaps. With a sudden jolt, it springs into the air, legs straight, back arched, its body suspended in a perfect arc. This behavior, known as pronking or stotting, may seem like a performance, but science tells a different story. This leap is a coded signal, a warning to others, a defiant display to potential predators. I see you. I am strong. Do not waste your energy. Unlike many other antelopes that are bound to fixed territories, the Thompson's gazelle is a nomad. It follows the rains, the scent of fresh grass. Their herds are fluid and ever-changing, sometimes a dozen, other times thousands, merging and splitting like the desert wind. They often travel with wildebeest and plain zebra, but the Tommy carves its own path. It does not just graze, it selects with care. In this ecosystem, they are the pulse of the hunt, the primary prey of the cheetah. Studies across Tsavo and the Serengeti confirm this intimate link. When the larger prey migrates, the tommy becomes a keystone species. And still, they endure. With every leap, every evasive turn, the Thompson's gazelle tells a timeless story of elegance shaped by danger. Unlike the solitary sprint of the cheetah on the plains of Tsavo, another predator thrives not in isolation, but in a perfect, almost military, unity: the African wild dog. Known as one of nature's most efficient hunters, this endangered carnivore is as striking in its form as it is in its function. Each individual wears a unique coat, patches of black, red, gold, white, and brown, as if splattered by a careless but brilliant artist. Their large, rounded ears scan like radar dishes, constantly swiveling, listening. Together, they form a living network of awareness. Lean but powerful, with long legs and a deep chest, the wild dog is built not for speed, but for stamina. Its strength lies in the relentless pursuit. They are masters of endurance hunting. Although they can sprint up to 37 miles per hour, their power lies in sustaining that pace over punishing distances. A single chase can last for miles. The dogs communicate with barks, yips, and glances, coordinating like a single organism with many limbs. Their efficiency is unparalleled. With a success rate of 60 to 90%, the African wild dog is the most successful predator on the continent. Their targets include medium-sized antelopes or the young of larger species, whatever the pack can overwhelm. When the prey is brought down, the feeding is rapid. Every second is precious, for a lion or a hyena is never far. Within minutes, the bones are stripped clean. And then something extraordinary happens. Those left behind, the nursing mothers, the injured adults, or the pups too young to hunt, are fed by social regurgitation. This profound care extends into the very core of pack life. Only the alpha pair breeds, usually the strongest and most experienced members. After a 75-day gestation, the mother gives birth to up to 20 pups in a hidden den, often a repurposed aardvark burrow or an abandoned termite mound. And from that moment, the entire pack becomes their guardian. The non-breeding adults take on the roles of babysitters, hunters, and protectors. Yet, despite all this effort, life is fragile. Pup mortality remains high, often due to disease, starvation, or predators that slip past the vigilant circle. As of 2024, the global population of adult African wild dogs is estimated at just 1,400 individuals, with a total population hovering around 6,600. In Kenya, remnants of hope remain. Key populations exist in Laikipia, Samburu, and the Greater Tsavo ecosystem. But in Tsavo East, once a thriving haven, their numbers have dwindled. Poaching, encroachment, and the spread of deadly canine diseases have weakened their stronghold. Not gliding through the air, nor slinking through the shadows, but walking with a deliberate grace, this is the secretary bird. A creature of contradictions, the legs of a crane, the head of a hawk, the eyes of a razor, and a curved beak made for destruction. Unlike other birds of prey that dive from the heavens, the secretary bird hunts on foot, walking up to 18 miles a day. Its legs, the longest of any raptor on Earth, are more than just stilts. They are weapons. A single stomp can generate a force 5 times its own body weight. Enough to crush the skull of a venomous snake in an instant, and this is its domain. The secretary bird is one of the few natural predators of Africa's most dangerous snakes. dispatching cobras and adders with surgical precision. But snakes are just one item on a varied menu that includes insects, rodents, lizards, tortoises, young birds, and even freshwater crabs. Its curious name is thought to derive from the black crest of feathers at the back of its head, resembling the quill pens that 19th century British secretaries once tucked behind their ears. But this bird is no desk clerk. It is the sole surviving member of an ancient avian lineage, the family Sagittariidae. Across the vast expanse of Dika, the secretary bird plays a vital ecological role, controlling snake and rodent populations, maintaining a balance in the scorching dry season. This bird is so revered that it appears on the national coats of arms of South Africa and Sudan, a symbol of vigilance and authority. However, it is under threat. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, the secretary bird is now listed as endangered. So when its shadow cuts across the fiery savannah, it carries more than a legacy of predation. It is a story of resilience. A rare creature whose very uniqueness has become its greatest strength and its only chance of survival. Winding through riverine thickets and over soft, sun-baked mudflats, the water carries more than life. It carries danger. Imprinted in the mud, long, V-shaped tracks, the silent signatures of a predator unchanged since the time of the dinosaurs, the Nile crocodile. A living relic of evolution, it has stalked the Earth's waterways for over 200 million years. Its body is a near-perfect design, unchanged and unchallenged. The adult males often exceed 16 feet. The largest can surpass 20 feet. At these sizes, it is the largest freshwater reptile in Africa. Its skin is encased in armor-like scales, bony plates under the skin that help deflect wounds and regulate body temperature under the unforgiving sun. But it is what lies within that is truly terrifying. A set of 64 to 68 conical teeth made not for chewing, but for clamping, holding, crushing. Beneath its thick eyelids, a third transparent eyelid, the nictitating membrane, acts as a built-in diving mask, keeping its vision sharp as it submerges and hides. But behind the horror is purpose. The crocodile is not a villain. It is a regulator, a keystone species. By controlling the populations of herbivores, it prevents overgrazing along the riverbanks, protecting the fragile vegetation and maintaining ecological balance. Data confirms that the Nile crocodile density peaks along the Galana during the dry season, when animals have no other option but to approach the water. It is in these quiet, ephemeral stretches of the river, where the air is hot and still, that evolution's most patient predator awaits. Moving to the rhythm of the antelope herds, the plains zebra makes its seasonal pilgrimage along the banks of the Galana River. Drawn by the promise of water amidst the prolonged dry season from June to October. A 2025 ecological survey showed that zebras made up to 34% of all large mammals seen within 2.5 miles of the river. Their bold black and white stripes shimmer in the sun. Each pattern is as unique as a fingerprint. These stripes are more than just markings. They are survival tools. They help zebras recognize one another, visually confusing predators. And according to a 2024 study by Caro and colleagues, they even repel biting flies like horseflies and tsetse flies, reducing disease transmission. When fresh grass vanishes during the dry months, zebras switch to tougher fare, with their strong jaws, broad teeth, and hindgut fermentation system. They digest coarse grasses, bark, and leaves, foraging as both grazers and browsers, bridging the ecological gap between antelope and elephants. Their society is structured around harems, a dominant stallion, a few mares, and their young, held together by gentle grooming and mutual trust. In moments of danger, the adults form a defensive circle around the young. The young are not only cared for by their mothers, but also watched over by the entire herd, and the foals are born ready. A newborn zebra can stand within minutes and run within the first hour, a crucial skill in a world where predators never rest. In the first few days of its life, the mother keeps her newborn isolated. This is not abandonment, but a ritual. It gives the foal time to memorize its mother's scent and stripe pattern, the visual and olfactory code that will bind them for life. As the red sun sets and a veil of dust covers the plains, the herds move forward, step by step across the cracked savanna. It is not just the slender antelopes that traverse the vast expanse of the Galana River. This land is also home to giants. Towering over the acacia trees, the African bush elephant makes its majestic presence known. Over 10 feet tall and weighing up to 6 tons, these are the largest land mammals on Earth. A characteristic feature of the Tsavo elephants is their reddish hue. Stained by a mixture of mud and iron-rich laterite soil, they wear the land like a suit of armor. Their enormous, fan-shaped ears are nearly 6.5 feet wide, acting not only as sensitive sound collectors, but also as natural radiators. But it is their trunks that are truly astonishing, a muscular marvel composed of over 40,000 individual muscles. This tool of survival and expression can lift a fallen tree, or pluck a single blade of grass, suck up 2 gallons of water, or offer a gentle caress. Their tusks, long incisors, are tools and weapons. With them, they dig for water, strip bark, and fight during the mating season. But it is these same tusks that are behind their long struggle for survival. the African bush elephant has endured decades of relentless poaching. According to the 2024 update of the IUCN Red List, the species is now listed as near threatened. With only about 415,000 individuals remaining, a drastic decline from the numbers just a century ago. However, there is still hope. In Kenya, the population has stabilized thanks to conservation efforts led by the Kenya Wildlife Service. Sanctuaries like Tsavo East are now a refuge for an estimated 13,000 to 14,000 elephants. At the heart of each herd is a matriarch, an older female who carries the memory of generations. She knows where the water once flowed, where danger once lurked, and guides her kin accordingly. This knowledge is not just instinct, it is intelligence. Elephants pass the mirror test, a rare sign of self-awareness found only in advanced cognitive beings like dolphins, chimpanzees, and humans. In Tsavo, survival requires movement. The seasons dictate their steps. During the dry months, the Galana River becomes their lifeline. Each adult consumes up to 330 pounds of vegetation and 53 gallons of water daily. During prolonged droughts, they can travel tens of miles, often under the cover of darkness. By the river, elephants drink, bathe, and roll in the mud, cooling their skin and repelling insects. Unlike many mammals, they can breed year-round. However, their reproduction is very slow. A female is pregnant for nearly 22 months, the longest gestation period of any land mammal. She gives birth to only one calf, with several years between each birth. This slow pace makes the species particularly vulnerable to threats. But the calves learn quickly, raised not just by their mothers, but by the entire herd. When danger strikes, the adults close ranks, forming a living wall of flesh and ivory to protect the young. Hidden among the tangled thickets and rugged volcanic ridges of Tsavo West National Park, a rare and resilient survivor moves silently through the shadows. This is the eastern black rhinoceros, a living relic on a precarious journey of survival. Within the protective boundaries of the Ngulia Rhino Sanctuary, this critically endangered subspecies is clinging to life. What sets the eastern black rhino apart from its southern cousin is its long, slender, backward curving horn, sometimes reaching up to 55 inches. Made of keratin, the same protein in human fingernails, this horn is both a tool and a target. Its dark, wrinkled skin looks like a suit of ancient armor, etched by time, textured by heat, and sculpted by a life lived among the arid plains and rocky highlands. Weighing up to 3,000 pounds, it is a formidable creature, but rarely seen. Innately solitary, it tends to avoid attention. Its most distinctive feature, a pointed, prehensile upper lip, curls like a small hook, a perfect adaptation for a browser's diet. Unlike the white rhino, a grazer of the open grasslands, the black rhino is a specialist. It deftly plucks young leaves, shoots, and twigs from thorny bushes and shrubs, consuming up to 66 pounds of vegetation a day. Despite its massive build, the eastern black rhino has poor eyesight, but it compensates with acute hearing and an exceptional sense of smell. Its cone-shaped ears swivel independently, picking up even the slightest footfall in the dry bush. In a place as harsh as Savo, a moment's inattention can mean the difference between life and death. To endure the relentless heat, mud becomes an ally. Wallowing is not just for comfort, it is an armor against parasites. Reproduction is slow. Females give birth only once every 2 to 4 years, after a 16-month gestation. A newborn calf, weighing from 66 to 99 pounds, stays close to its mother for several years. It is this long and vulnerable childhood, combined with the rhino's tragic history, that has made it the focus of intensive conservation. In the 1980s, only 3 individuals remained in this area. But by 2024, Kenya's eastern black rhino population had grown to about 1,040. In Ngulia, over 100 now roam, protected by 24/7 armed patrols, satellite monitoring, and electronic ear tagging systems. However, the threat remains. The eastern black rhino is still listed by the IUCN as critically endangered, having lost up to 90% of its population in just 3 generations. But here, in Tsavo West, their silent presence offers more than just statistics. It offers hope, a quiet prayer whispered in the dust and the wind. The golden sunlight does not just illuminate life, it exposes the purest instinct for survival. In the quiet of the early morning, unseen eyes are watching, waiting for the moment to strike. This is a world where beauty and death walk side by side, a symphony of life that never ceases. Zambezi, the wild heart of Zimbabwe. At dawn, on the majestic Zambezi River, a gentle movement, almost imperceptible. In the golden space, thousands of tiny particles swirl. A swarm of insects glitters in the first rays of sun. They seem woven from light, as if the river itself were exhaling sparks, a reminder of the breath of life hidden in every moment. Here, in the heart of the Zambezi National Park, nature lives by its own rhythm. The river, one of Africa's longest, rises in the far northwest, in Zambia, and flows for thousands of miles before plunging over the majestic falls of Victoria. The smoke that thunders, as the Kololo people call them. It is here, on a bend of this ancient artery, that a new day is beginning. Swarms of insects dance in the air. This is an invitation to life. Birds notice them. Fish snatch them. Frogs and spiders hide in the grass, waiting for them. This dance is part of the great cycle that connects the sky, the water, and the earth. On the bank, In the sparse shade of the trees, a herd of impala is grazing. Their slender bodies glisten a russet gold in the morning rays. Each of their movements is like a delicate brushstroke on the canvas of the savannah. They make almost no sound, but that silence is fragile. Behind their grace is a constant vigilance. The impala is one of southern Africa's most graceful antelopes. It can leap 30 feet in a single bound and soar up to 10 feet high, as if the very air lifts it from danger. These spectacular leaps are more than just a means of escape. This is not merely an expression of joy. It is a dialogue with death itself, a deliberate, defiant message sent to unseen eyes, declaring with each extraordinary jump, "I am vitality, I am speed." A chase would be futile. It is a gamble of energy, made to prevent a gamble of life. Their primary defense is movement, agile, coordinated, and effortless. Nearby, in the dry grass, dark spots flicker. It is the helmeted guinea fowl. Like small, medieval warriors, each one appears to be wearing a helmet, blue-black feathers, dark eyes, a red crest, and white spots on their bodies. Their gait seems comically hurried, but at the slightest rustle, the entire flock freezes instantly, turning to stone. The guinea fowl are the noisy sentinels of the savannah. Their shrill calls alert every creature around to approaching danger. Their role as sentinels goes beyond mere alarms. The guinea fowl are tireless guardians of the savannah, consuming vast quantities of insects and parasitic ticks that plague the large herbivores. This relationship is a perfect example of symbiosis. While the great beasts are cleansed of troublesome parasites, the guinea fowl gain an easy and safe meal. They are not just the alarm system, but the sanitation crew of the plains. Sometimes, they are the first to spot a leopard in the bush or the approach of an eagle. Among the branches, a giraffe stands tall, the silent traveler of the African savannah. Its head reaches 20 feet high, to a place no other grazer can touch. To serve this living watchtower, nature has engineered a miracle, a heart of immense power, an engine over 1.5 feet long that defies gravity with every beat. It is a masterpiece of plumbing, designed to solve a problem that would kill any other creature. How to nourish a brain that lives in the sky without overwhelming it when it bends to the ground. Its entire circulatory system is a marvel of bioengineering, designed to serve a unique body. It feeds on leaves from the treetops, where they are fresh and sun-drenched. In the Zambezi National Park, the giraffe feels confident. Their numbers are not large, but each individual looks like a living legend. The dark patches on its body, like the pattern of leaves, make it almost invisible among the branches and shadows. Its tongue, long and dexterous, can extend 18 inches. It carefully plucks the tender shoots from between the sharp thorns of the acacia. There is no hurry in it. It knows the tree will provide what it needs. The key is patience. Its gait is slow, swaying. It seems to be walking through time. It comes and goes without a sound, as if it were just part of a dream. On the branch of an old tree, hidden in the dim light of the canopy, is a hunter. The brown snake eagle. Its eyes are as sharp as daggers. It knows how to wait. It knows that the movement of the grass can mean more than a passing breeze. Feeding on snakes and other reptiles, this predator is not just a hunter, it is the balance, a symbol of the precision, patience, and power hidden in silence. And there, a baboon, intelligent, agile, always busy with something. It climbs the tree trunk with expertise, as if the tree were an extension of itself. In its world, there are no random movements. Every leap, every glance is calculated. At the top of a tall tree, above the green majesty of the savannah, a strange council is in session. Birds, like old sages in black robes, sit with their heads hunched into their shoulders, observing the world from above. This is the marabou stork. Their bodies seem heavy, almost clumsy. But once they take to the air, you no longer see a terrestrial wanderer, but a lord of the sky. A wingspan of up to 10 feet lifts them, as if the sky itself has lent a hand. The marabou stork is a scavenger. Its mission is to clean the traces of death in order to sustain life. They do not hunt, they do not chase. They arrive at the end. They are the janitors of the ecosystem. Nature has given them a job no one else can do. At the very top of the highest tree, where the leaves tremble against the clear blue sky, a figure is resting. This is not just a bird, it is an observer. Its plumage has been bleached by the sun, almost white. In its stillness, it resembles a dry branch, but with a single turn of its head, everything becomes clear. Before us is a predator, cautious, focused, and dangerous. It does not waste energy. The day has just begun, and a hunt lies ahead. From on high, it sees what is hidden from others. Every movement below is like a lightning flash to its eyes. While the ground is still warming under the sun, a flight is being prepared in the canopy. In the sky, there is only it and the wind. Its huge wings slowly cut through the air, catching the thermal currents rising from the ground. There is no haste, only precise calculation and a perfect mastery of space. Below is a vast, endless space. But directly beneath it is not just a river, it is Victoria, a waterfall before which time itself seems to slow. Here, the waters of the Zambezi, after gathering strength for thousands of miles, confront the abyss. On the water, on the slender dry branches, tiny figures are lined up. Their bodies are light, their movements almost a dance. These birds seem to be made of morning light. A green back, a slightly russet chest, and a characteristic white streak on the forehead, from which they get their name, the white-fronted bee-eater. They sit motionless, but it is only an appearance. A second later, one of them soars into the air, performs a skillful loop, and returns with a struggling prize in its beak. The diet of these birds consists of bees, wasps, hornets, and other stinging insects. Before swallowing their prey, they skillfully neutralize it by rubbing it against a branch, removing the venom and the stinger. This technique is honed to perfection. Bee-eaters live in colonies, sometimes numbering in the hundreds. Their nests are long, horizontal burrows dug into the sandy banks along the river. In the middle of the wide river, as if growing from the water itself, a great tree stands tall. Its roots are half submerged. Its trunk is curved, as if in a dance. Its branches hang over the water, and its foliage is lush, green, and full of life. It has now become an island, a sanctuary. On its slender, curved branches, as on a balcony, herons have settled. Some of them are preening after a fishing trip. Others stand completely still, observing the mirror-like surface of the water. The heron is a bird of silence. It does not cry out without cause. It simply exists, like the tree, like the river. And this scene is not just beautiful, it is balance. Where the land ends and nature begins, there is always a point of peace. Right at the water's edge, a gentle rustle is heard. It is the red-billed quelea. They are numerous. They arrive in flocks, never alone. Each bird quickly takes its place. They are all in motion, busy, as if the water is calling and the time to drink is limited. They drink with a calculated urgency. The whole flock descends like a whirlwind, landing quickly right at the water's edge. For just a brief moment, they hastily sip water and then immediately take off, creating a scene of organized chaos. Not a second of rest, everything is calculated. Fly down, touch the water, fly up. This is caution honed into a reflex. In Africa, even the smallest creature knows the value of attention. Amidst the bushes and dry grass, where the thickets glow golden in the morning sun, a figure slowly emerges. The African buffalo, immense, as if carved from rock. It walks heavily, but calmly. In its eyes is harshness. In its gait is confidence. This is not a fugitive, not a hunter. This is the master of the plains. Its horns curve like a crescent moon. Its coat is as dark as a rainy night. Not far away, among the thickets, a giraffe stretches. It moves almost without a sound, as if not walking on the ground, but gliding over it. Its neck reaches the canopy, where other species cannot. It nibbles on the fresh leaves with the care of a master. And higher still, at the top of the tree, where only the sky offers a choice, the great white pelicans have landed. Their wide beaks seem made for another world. They are reminiscent of ancient creatures. This morning Savannah is like a grand theater. Each species has its own stage, its own role. The buffalo walks below, marking the path. The giraffe reaches up, connecting earth and sky, and the birds watch from above. And it is all just a moment in the space called Zambezi. At the top of the palm trees, towering over the Zambezi River Valley, a whole flock of great white pelicans has landed. Their large silhouettes look particularly striking against the fan-shaped palm leaves, illuminated by the soft afternoon light. These palms are likely of the species Hyphaean petersiana, a palm characteristic of the wetlands of southern Africa. The pelicans sit solidly and calmly, as if guarding their kingdom from above. Some are sleeping, their wings spread. Others have tucked their beaks into their feathers, preparing for sleep. Trees like this are not just observation posts, but also safe havens from terrestrial predators. On the arid plains, a soft golden light spreads. The sun is no longer as harsh as at midday, but it still shines generously on the scorched grass, the copper-colored leaves of the bushes, and the backs of the animals. The water still carries within it the power, the light, and the breath of the living world. A pelican slowly takes flight from the top of the palm tree, its broad wings touching the sky. The last rays of sun gild the manes of the zebras and the foreheads of the buffalo. The night descends without haste, but unstoppably. It brings with it the stars, the silence, and the deep breath of the savannah. And above all, the sense of an ancient order, where every creature has its place, its voice, and its destiny. Zimbabwe, Zambezi, the wild speaks for itself here. In a fleeting lapse of concentration, a zebra has entered the crosshairs of a killing machine. Three seconds to escape. But as the shadow of the lioness descends, all instinct is too late. Here, it is the lioness who leads the charge. While the male hangs back to protect, the lioness cedes the first bite to him, a reflection of the pride's strict social order. The lion is the only cat to live in a complex social group. Its members cooperate in the hunt, in defense, and in the raising of the young. The male's thick mane not only impresses the females, but also acts as a form of armor, shielding his neck and head during combat. A lion's roar can echo for up to 5 miles. It is both a declaration of territory and a way for members to locate one another in the dark. Young males are driven from the pride at around 2 to 3 years of age, forced to find or conquer a new territory of their own. Though it may seem merciless, this is a common survival strategy, ensuring that the genes of the dominant male are passed on. A lion's territory can span from 8 to over 150 square miles. The pride's male patrols its boundaries, marking them with scent and roaring to warn off intruders. During the dry season, grazers must drink often, concentrating around the few remaining water sources, which become, for the lions, a veritable feast. The dry season forces the lions to rely more on stamina than on speed. Although they can reach speeds of up to 50 miles per hour, they can maintain it for only a short burst, relying instead on group ambushes. Even as the rulers of the savannah, lions spend some 16 to 20 hours a day at rest, conserving their energy. However, lion populations are in decline across many regions due to the loss of their prey. It is a stark reminder of the fragile balance between predator and prey. In the grand panorama of the Serengeti, there is a predator whose very existence is synonymous with stealth, the Nile crocodile. When the great rains fall, the arid hollows along the Grumeti River are reborn as deep pools. For weeks on end, they can lie motionless, their bodies concealed in the murky water. Only their eyes and nostrils break the surface, transforming them into living traps, patiently awaiting their moment. The rainy season brings an abundance of water, drawing herbivores to quench their thirst and rest. Lurking near the waterholes, the Nile crocodiles make the most of this opportunity. With large prey, they will drag their victim underwater to drown it, then perform their infamous death roll to tear the carcass apart. One of their most astonishing traits is their tolerance for hunger. A mature crocodile can go for months without a meal. It is this ability that allows them to lie in ambush for weeks without any loss of strength. This patience is aided by a biological marvel, a 4-chambered heart. Unlike most reptiles, they possess a special valve, the foramen of Panizza, which allows them to shunt blood away from the lungs when submerged. This enables them to hold their breath for over an hour, turning patience into a lethal biological weapon. While the water's surface shows barely a ripple, deep inland, a majestic, low rumble is heard the African bush elephant. Moving in herds, like living tanks, they crush the undergrowth with every powerful step. The elephant is never truly alone. At their side are companions like the cattle egret and the red-billed oxpecker, forming a unique symbiotic relationship. Their diet shifts with the seasons, from the lush new grass that makes up 70% of their intake to woody plants when the dry season arrives. Elephant families are led by a matriarch, a seasoned and experienced female. Their bodies are masterpieces of natural engineering. Enormous ears help to dissipate heat, and wrinkled skin retains moisture, but their true power lies in the versatile trunk. It can draw water to spray over their bodies for cooling, and dig deep into dry riverbeds to find underground springs, creating wells for many other species. Their connections extend far beyond what human ears can detect. Elephants communicate using infrasonic rumbles, low-frequency vibrations that travel through the ground for dozens of miles. These seismic calls allow herds to warn of danger or signal the way to water. As ecosystem engineers, elephants reshape the landscape, breaking branches and pushing over small trees, which clears the way for new vegetation to grow. They are also great sowers, dispersing seeds through their dung, enriching the soil and sustaining biodiversity. As dusk settles, the herd moves on, leaving behind a land they have remade. As the African elephants pass, leaving openings in the canopy, the Maasai giraffe steps quietly into view. They have no need to clear a path. Their height already grants them access to the highest foliage. This is the tallest giraffe subspecies and the tallest terrestrial animal on the planet. A fully grown adult can stand up to 19 feet tall, its neck accounting for nearly half that height. This unique body structure allows them to browse on treetops that few other herbivores can reach. However, this extraordinary height becomes a critical vulnerability when they need to bend down to drink. They must splay their forelegs wide or kneel, a perilous posture. In that moment, they become an easy target for predators like lions and leopards. To stay safe, they often choose wide, open drinking spots, drink quickly, and then immediately raise their heads to scan for threats. A notable social behavior during the rainy season is their tendency to form temporary, unstructured groups. A group may consist of individuals of all ages and sexes, gathering for short periods around browse-rich trees or water sources. Although there is no hierarchy, gathering in a group offers a strategic advantage. More eyes mean earlier detection of predators. Since 2019, the Maasai giraffe has been listed as an endangered species. In just 3 decades, their numbers have plummeted by roughly 50%. The primary causes include habitat loss, poaching for meat and body parts, and growing conflict with humans over land. On the acacia branches, recently stripped by the Maasai giraffes, a slight movement stirs the lower limbs. A vervet monkey swings from one branch to another, its sharp, intermittent calls echoing through the woodland. Small in stature but striking in appearance, the vervet monkey impresses with its silver-grey coat and black face. Its long tail provides perfect balance as it navigates the treetops. A unique feature of the adult male is a patch of pale blue skin on the abdomen, an important visual signal in social communication. These monkeys are true opportunists. During the rainy season, their diet is incredibly rich, from fruits and seeds to insects and young leaves. At the first sign of danger, such as the shadow of a leopard or the wing beat of a martial eagle, one of them will emit a piercing alarm call. What is astonishing is that they possess an extremely complex language of alarm. They use different calls for different types of predators. A bark might mean leopard, and the troop will climb to the highest treetops. A short cough could signify eagle, prompting the troop to look to the sky and seek cover. A chattering AA sound means snake, and the troop will stand on their hind legs to scan the ground. It is an intelligent and effective early warning system. As the echoes of the primate calls fade, a black-backed jackal moves across the forest floor with a quiet confidence. Its coat is a clever mix of silver grey, rust brown, and a bold black saddle running down its back. Its pointed ears and keen eyes act as a radar system. Weighing only 13 to 29 pounds, these jackals may seem small, but they are agile, intelligent, and exceedingly cunning. The black-backed jackal is a shrewd hunter, capable of hunting alone or in pairs. During the rainy season, when life flourishes, their menu becomes incredibly rich and varied. When the scent of a large carcass drifts on the humid air, their sharp sense of smell can detect it from over a mile away. They live in monogamous pairs. A mated pair may stay together for life, hunting and raising their young together. Black-backed jackals play a vital role in the woodland ecosystem. They are the silent cleaners, helping to decompose carcasses and control rodent populations. Once more, we turn our eyes to the sky. But this time, it is a streak of vibrant, delicate color against the damp post-rain sky. The lilac-breasted roller spreads its wings like a living rainbow, adorned with shades of purple, green, blue, and a touch of pink on its breast. Though only about 14 inches long, this bird has an unmistakable, characteristic flight. As it soars, it often performs spectacular aerial acrobatics. These dives and twists in mid-air are not just an impressive hunting tactic, but also part of the courtship display during the breeding season. The damp weather after a rain draws insects out from their hiding places, and this is a golden time for the lilac-breasted roller. This bird does not gather in large flocks, but usually moves in pairs. They hold small territories, often centered around a tall cluster of trees near an open clearing. When the last of the rain dissolves into the valley, it sounds a silent bell, signaling the start of a great journey. There is no grand beginning, only the steady, thundering rhythm of hooves crushing the young grass underfoot. The great migration to the west and towards the regions around the Grumeti and Mara rivers begins, with over 2 million individuals on the move. Along the way, the animals pass through acacia woodlands and riverine forests. These are distinctive ecological transition zones, offering shade, moisture, and patches of new grass. Pausing in the acacia groves, the wildebeest graze on fresh shoots growing in the shade, which are high in phosphorus and nitrogen, essential for nursing mothers and their calves. Leading the migration are the plains, zebras, the natural pioneers and sentinels. With their height and keen eyes, they guide the herds and are the first to spot danger. In this green and seemingly tranquil space, Nile crocodiles lurk at the water's edge. A constant fear whispered among the herds. As the animals bend to drink, the glare of the water narrows their vision, and that is when the trap is sprung. Many wildebeest die not in the jaws of a crocodile, but in the ensuing chaos, trampled by their own kind. Leopards, too, wait patiently, using the dense trees at the forest edge for cover. At this time, the woodland becomes a vital crossroads, a living corridor where species gather to drink, feed, and elude the hand of fate. But not all will make it through. The weak, the young, or those who fall behind often vanish without a trace, and no one turns back for them. Long after the herds have passed, the woodland retains its silent record. Claw marks, wells dug by elephants, and broken tree trunks. And now the ecosystem shifts once again into a harsher phase. The leaves turn yellow, and many of the smaller streams run dry, leaving behind a cracked earth. The air grows dry and hot. During this period, wildfires are common, sparked by a combination of dry grass, strong winds, and rainless lightning. But rather than being destructive, these fires serve a vital purpose: clearing old vegetation, enriching the soil, and stimulating dormant seeds to germinate. As the dry season grips the woodland, even after nightfall, the temperature remains above 77 degrees Fahrenheit. But for the leopard, this is the perfect time. A solitary figure, silent yet commanding. Unlike the lion, who roars to assert his presence, the leopard uses silence to draw opportunity to itself. Its coat is a subtle blend of pale gold and black rosettes, allowing it to merge with the dry grass and tree bark. Each rosette pattern is a unique fingerprint. No two leopards are exactly alike. But this is not just about beauty. It is optical camouflage. The irregular edges of the black spots break up its body outline perfectly in the dappled light of the woodland, turning the predator into a true phantom. But this time of year brings a new opportunity: the waterholes, where thirst brings everything together. At these drinking spots, small and medium-sized animals must come to drink, and the leopard can wait and anticipate. Its main activity begins after dark. To claim a throne, the internal competition among leopards is fierce. A male leopard may kill cubs that are not his own. During the dry season, when resources are scarce, this behavior increases, but the females are not helpless. They move nimbly and change their dens to protect their young. The leopard closes in on its prey like a ghost, so silent that its very breath becomes a weapon. With eyes that pierce the darkness, it dispatches its target before the victim can even register that death is upon it. Its incredible strength allows it to haul prey twice its body weight up into branches more than 30 feet high. The impala, graceful creatures with ears ever turned to every sound. In the dry season, when fresh grass is scarce, Impala switch to browsing on leaves, shoots, and soft bark from low-lying trees. As the water sources shrink, the impala do not wander far. They are forced to concentrate around the last remaining pools. There, every step is a search for water and a watch for threats. The impala herd acts as a natural alarm system. They take turns on watch, ears pricked, eyes constantly scanning their surroundings. In these difficult times, the territorial male impalas defend their ground more fiercely. The battles for dominance become more intense. The impala has no claws, no thick hide like the buffalo. Their only weapons are speed and reflexes. An impala can leap up to 10 feet high and 33 feet forward in a single bound. Yet sometimes, even constant vigilance is not enough. The weaker, the younger, the careless, or those exhausted by thirst, are often the ones left behind. However, the leopard's feast does not end there. Hidden in the red dust of the woodland, another target often comes into its sights. On the golden grasslands of the Serengeti, the silhouette of a warthog appears. A wild pig with curved tusks, known for kneeling on its front legs to dig for roots and tubers. This posture allows them to forage beneath the surface, even in the hard-baked soil of the woodland. Unlike many animals that hide in burrows during the day, the warthog is primarily active when the sun is high. At night, the warthog sleeps or takes shelter in burrows. They often use abandoned aardvark dens as their overnight refuge. When threatened, the warthog does not flee alone. It immediately dashes for its burrow, head held low, digging deeper to escape the predator's reach. The warthog plays a significant role in the leopard's hunting strategy. Though smaller than antelope, their regular availability makes them an attractive target. Ironically, it is their habit of being active during the day that makes them more vulnerable. They sleep in their burrows at night, then emerge at dawn and dusk, the peak activity hours for a leopard. The Serengeti woodland is also home to other large species, even during the harsh dry season. The African buffalo moves in herds of dozens, sometimes hundreds. Under the dry heat, the buffalo herd is in no hurry. They are well accustomed to the lack of water, relying instead on long-term memory to move between grazing patches and the few remaining water points. The social structure of the Cape buffalo herd is highly organized. A large, experienced bull acts as the leader, guiding the group's movements and reactions. At midday, the entire herd stops under the rare shade, not just to rest, but also to regulate their body temperature. But it is not just the heat or hunger that threatens the buffalo. Predators like lions still lurk silently at the herd's edge. However, the herd's tight-knit structure remains its most effective shield. When one member is threatened, the entire herd reacts almost instantly. The mobbing behavior, a collective charge to repel a predator, is what makes many hunters back down. A full-grown buffalo can charge at speeds of up to 30 miles per hour with curved horns that carry the weight of sledgehammers. The African buffalo has relatively poor eyesight and hearing, relying primarily on its highly developed sense of smell to detect danger. This is why they often gather in large groups and maintain close proximity to one another, to compensate for their sensory limitations. Although they are herbivores, their diet is quite restricted, consisting mainly of dry grass. The dry season forces them to travel further to find enough food. The African buffalo also inspires fear in many other species. They are responsible for an estimated 200 human fatalities each year across Africa. That number surpasses most carnivores and even rivals lions and crocodiles. High above, while buffalo and impala struggle to protect their herds, another predator watches silently from a bare branch. It is the martial eagle, a powerful bird of prey with a wingspan of nearly 8.5 feet. This makes it the largest eagle in Africa. Its broad vision allows it to spot young monkeys or large birds moving in the canopy below. Once it has locked onto a target, it dives like an arrow, swift and precise. At this time of year, the hot winds often create rising air currents, which the martial eagle uses as highways in the sky. They can soar for hours, patrolling their hunting grounds without needing to flap their wings frequently. The presence of the martial eagle plays a crucial role in the woodland ecosystem. They help to control the populations of insectivorous birds and other smaller avian species. As the apex predator of the sky, the martial eagle helps to stabilize the ecosystem, much as the leopard does on the ground. However, their existence is increasingly fragile. The International Union for Conservation of Nature has listed the martial eagle as an endangered species since 2020. From the tranquil waters, millions of lesser flamingos gather, stretching across the lake like a vibrant pink carpet. The evolutionary history of the lesser flamingo spans millions of years, originating from ancestors that thrived in highly alkaline wetlands. Their long legs, reaching up to 5 feet, coupled with a light yet strong body, allow them to navigate soft mud and shallow waters with ease. Their distinctive curved beak, equipped with a sophisticated filtering mechanism, is an essential tool for harvesting algae and plankton. Here, they not only feed but also breed, completing an essential ecological cycle. The social nature of the lesser flamingo is indispensable to its survival. Large flocks, sometimes numbering up to 2 million individuals, provide protection against predators. Their feeding behavior is a remarkable example of nature's ingenuity. While holding their heads down in the water, their curved beaks filter algae and tiny organisms from the mineral-rich waters. The deeper pink coloration of the adults is a visual sign of health and readiness, playing a vital role in attracting a mate. As the woodlands thin out to the south and west, the central plains of the Serengeti emerge, an endless sea of grass stretching to the horizon. The terrain here is flat and vast, forming grasslands that seem to go on forever. This is a critical ecological transition zone within the Serengeti Plains system. The Central Plains are the ecological heart, a place where all migratory routes must pass and where some of Africa's most dynamic populations converge. As the curtain of the dry season falls upon the Serengeti Plains, they flow like a biological river of surging life. Their synchronized breeding strategy saturates predators with sheer numbers. Thousands of calves are born at almost the same time. This journey follows a path deeply ingrained in their instincts and collective memory. The herd operates with system and structure. Most are females and their young. During rest, the calves lie in the center, shielded by a wall of mothers. The blue wildebeest has a robust body, weighing from 330 to 550 pounds as an adult. Built for long-distance endurance, their bodies are energy efficient. To sustain this strength, a wildebeest consumes about 9 to 11 pounds of grass per day, preferring the young, soft shoots. The rainy season savanna becomes more alive than ever as the wildebeest lead the way. And right alongside them, the plains zebra moves in herds like a living wave of black and white. The zebra's diet consists mainly of grass, making up 96.9% of its food intake. They digest it quickly, thanks to a simple digestive system. Zebras tend to eat the taller, coarser grasses on top, clearing the way for wildebeest to feed on the softer layers beneath. At the same time, the zebra serves as a visual shield for the group when danger approaches. Zebras live in small family groups, each led by a stallion with a few mares and their offspring. When these families gather into larger herds, their vigilance increases. The zebra's journey of survival is starkly defined by the long, dry season. As water sources diminish, the herds rely on their spatial memory to navigate. When the sun sets, zebras sleep standing up. But there is always one individual awake on guard duty. Their survival instinct is built on connection and constant awareness. The rainy season comes alive as the Thompson's gazelle displays its full survival instincts. They take advantage of the low-growing new grasses left behind after the zebras have cleared the taller layers. With speeds reaching 50 to 55 miles per hour, the Thompson's gazelle turns every leap and sharp turn into a tool for survival. The Thompson's gazelle is primarily a grazer, with grass comprising 96.9% of its diet. During the dry season, they migrate far in search of food and water, following the cycles of rain and grass growth across the plains. Their stotting strategy, high, V-shaped jumps, is a way of challenging predators. It is a display of speed and vitality. During the breeding season, the young are born almost simultaneously to reduce pressure from predators. This phenomenon is known as synchronized birthing, a clever survival tactic. On the vast grasslands, blending in with the color of the dry grass, something flashes by like the wind. But if you look closely, you will notice the small spots on its body, and that can only be the cheetah. The cheetah is the fastest land animal. It can reach 70 miles per hour in just a few seconds, rivaling a Ferrari. This is thanks to a lightweight skeleton, a slender body, powerful hind legs, and a long tail that acts as a rudder for balance. However, to achieve that speed, the cheetah has made trade-offs. A small, narrow head reduces wind resistance. But weak jaws and short canine teeth mean it cannot hold on to prey for long or fight off larger predators. On the savannah, the cheetah selects young or solitary individuals. Such prey tends to be slower and easier to catch. First, the cheetah often climbs a low termite mound or a ridge to observe the wind direction and the movement of the gazelles. When the distance closes to between 200 and 330 feet, the cheetah launches into a sprint. The chase is usually very short, less than 1,000 feet, as its body quickly tires and overheats. The cheetah's hunting success rate is quite high, around 40 to 50% in the Serengeti when hunting Thomson's gazelles. Cheetahs are most active at dawn and dusk when the temperature is cooler and large predators, like lions or hyenas, are less active. However, cheetahs cannot climb like leopards because their claws are non-retractable. This helps them maintain grip while running, but it also prevents them from carrying their prey up a tree. As a result, the cheetah must eat its prey on the ground and cannot hide it. 12% of their kills are stolen by larger predators shortly after being taken down. Cheetahs have a very low reproductive rate, and the young are particularly vulnerable. In the wild, the mortality rate for cubs under 3 months old can be as high as 90%. In the fiery heart of Africa, where the sky seems to bleed into the earth, a river winds through the Golden Plains. This is the Masai Mara. This legendary river not only nourishes the vast land, but is also the lifeblood for millions of wild souls. Each year, as the dry season arrives, the Mara becomes the stage for the greatest migration on the planet. Herds of wildebeest, zebra, and Thomson's gazelle must face the perilous crossing, where the jaws of crocodiles lie hidden, waiting coldly to extinguish a life. In that moment, all of nature seems to hold its breath. Life and death are separated by a single leap. Kenya is a place where nature does not simply exist. It lives vibrant, fierce, and full of spirit. Across the Great Plains, amongst the scrub and woodlands, life is in constant, restless motion. The Big Five, the 5 iconic species of the African continent, appear one by one, the protagonists in a drama of the wild. There is the African elephant, silent yet majestic. The rhinoceros, mysterious and rare. The Cape buffalo, stubborn and resilient. The leopard, as graceful as a phantom. And, of course, the lion, the uncrowned king of the savannah. Kenya is also home to thousands of species of birds, antelope, giraffes, hippos, cheetahs, and countless reptiles, each a unique note in the grand symphony of survival. Among them all, it is the lion that commands nature itself to fall silent with its roar. With its magnificent golden mane, its regal gait, and its powerful gaze, the lion is a living symbol of strength and authority. The Masai Mara is Kenya's most famous reserve, where large prides of lions live in tightly organized social structures. Unlike the solitary image of other great cats, like the tiger or the leopard, the lion is a social animal. A dominant male, sometimes a coalition of brothers, leads a pride of related females and their young. These strong bonds, discipline, and clear roles create a collective as formidable as any tribe. The sun scorches the Kenyan savannah in the final days of the dry season, when the heat seems to crack the very earth. In this arid landscape, the Masai Mara River, though nearly depleted, remains a vital destination for countless species. A mighty herd of Cape buffalo, hundreds strong, moves slowly toward the riverbank, where a few muddy pools remain. Their curved horns, like weapons of war, glint in the sun. They lower their heads to drink, their massive bodies heaving in the oppressive heat. The few females rest in the sparse shade, while the young, covered in mud, stay close to their mothers. The air seems peaceful, but on the savannah, everything can change in an instant. Not far away, beneath a dry acacia tree, tawny shapes lie motionless in the tall grass. A pride of lions, several adult females, and an old male are resting, but their eyes are fixed on the buffalo herd. They need no signal, no sound. A single glance and a subtle flick of a tail are enough for the pride to understand that an opportunity is approaching. The wind shifts, carrying the thick scent of sweat and the sound of hooves in the mud. A hunt, or rather, a battle, is about to begin. In a moment, the pride will explode into action, shattering the stillness, and attack the herd with all the power and instinct of millennia. Blood, mud, and dust will merge in an unforgiving dance of survival. After a breathtaking chase, the pride finally brings down its quarry. They begin to tear at the flesh, savoring a rare taste of freshness. It is a worthy reward for the victor after a life and death struggle. But even for a king, the throne is never permanent. In the world of lions, life is a series of relentless battles. Adult males constantly challenge one another for power, for control of the pride, and with it, the right to mate. These brutal fights can last for hours, ending in deep wounds or even death. When a new male deposes the ruler, he often kills all the cubs of the vanquished, forcing the females back into estrus, a harsh but necessary biological cycle for evolution. Across the vast golden grasslands of the African continent, a new day begins with a tangible energy. Light pierces the horizon, an invitation to a relentless journey of survival. With the rising sun, the very air begins to change. It is no longer a gentle breeze, but a searing current, carrying a primal ultimatum: move, hunt, survive, or be forgotten. In this wild and immense territory, survival is not a right. It is a daily conquest. Every sound, every step, every glance has a purpose. Let us immerse ourselves in the world of African wildlife to witness their strategies, rivalries, and their mesmerizing adaptability. All unfolding under the wild skies of Africa. As the first dawn touches the savanna floor, a regal presence emerges. The lion. Its authority does not depend on speed. Its movement alone, steady, silent, with an intense gaze, is enough for all surrounding creatures to feel its power. It is no accident that it is known as the king of the savannah. Living in prides of up to 15 individuals, lions possess a social structure unique among the great cats. This is one of the secrets to their dominance. For it is the lionesses who form the enduring soul of the pride, a sisterhood of mothers, daughters, and aunts, bound by blood and the shared duty of survival. Their legacy is written not in stone, but in the very blood of the savannah. The males, more transient in their position, hold power only for a time until they are challenged and replaced. The hunts are perfectly coordinated campaigns. A lone lioness has little chance, but as a group, they encircle, ambush, and bring down prey with lethal efficiency. Once the prey has fallen, the hierarchy is made clear even in the sharing of the meal. The males eat first, followed by the females, and finally, the cubs. A male lion can weigh over 550 pounds and measure more than 6 feet in length, with a dense mane that is both protection in battle and a sign of maturity and strength. Yet, behind this image of dominance lies a life of constant challenge. A lion may spend up to 20 hours a day at rest, conserving energy. At night, its roar can be heard from up to 5 miles away. A formidable declaration of territory, sent to any challenger. This land is taken. Yet, even with all its risks, the lion remains a symbol of power, courage, and strategy. It reigns not just with ferocity, but with social intelligence and the unity of the pride. The lion's roar asserts its authority over the land, a declaration that most must heed. But as night falls, another sound rises in response. Not a regal roar, but a sinister laugh. A sound that signals the laws of the day are about to be broken. Its piercing laughter shatters the twilight calm, a warning that the night is about to come alive. At first glance, the hyena may seem disorganized, but behind that facade lies an astonishingly complex social system. Spotted hyenas live in large clans that can number over 80 individuals. And, contrary to most mammals, it is the females who rule here. They are larger, more powerful, and lead the clan with an iron grip. Despite their reputation as scavengers, they are, in fact, highly proficient hunters. It is estimated that over half the prey a clan consumes is the result of their own hunts. When they hunt, they coordinate, closing in on their prey with incredible speed and stamina. Their jaws possess an unparalleled bite force, strong enough to crush the hardest of bones. Few animals can escape a coordinated pursuit by hungry hyenas. They leave nothing to waste, from hide to bone. But perhaps the most fascinating aspect of the hyena is its adaptability. They thrive in almost any environment, from arid plains to open woodlands. On the African savannah, success does not always belong to the fastest or the strongest. Sometimes it belongs to those who wait, adapt, and act as one. As darkness descends, another kind of predator awakens. Silent, solitary, and almost invisible, the leopard glides through the shadows like a living phantom. In this kingdom of dim light, it reveals itself. The patient, precise hunter, and the master of a territory it traverses without a trace. The leopard is the most elusive of Africa's big cats. Its coat, adorned with unique rosettes, renders it almost impossible to detect. Weighing up to 200 pounds and measuring around 6 feet in length, the leopard combines strength and agility in a unique way. Capable of dragging prey twice its own weight high into the branches of a tree, the leopard does not share what it has earned. Unlike the lion, the leopard prefers solitude. Each individual maintains and patrols its own territory, marked with scents and claw marks on tree trunks. Its hunting technique is one of stealthy approach. It moves low to the ground, using vegetation as cover until it is just a few feet from its prey. Then, it launches with a powerful burst of speed, ending the hunt with a precise bite to the throat or skull. The hunt is brief, direct, and silent. Its diet is incredibly varied, from antelopes to birds, reptiles, and even fish if the opportunity arises. This flexibility makes it one of the most successful predators. In the invisible hierarchy of the savannah, the leopard is a master of secrets. It exists where few others can. The morning heat still radiates from the ground. A slender silhouette appears on the horizon. A light frame, long, lean muscles, and a perpetually alert posture. It is the cheetah, the swiftest hunter of the grasslands. But its speed is more than just an impressive number. It is a perfect adaptation. And then it explodes. A blur of gold and black, unleashed across the plains. For a moment, the world is reduced to a streak of color, as the cheetah devours the ground beneath it, bending the laws of motion to its will. Its body is a specialized hunting machine, a flexible spine, long legs, and semi-retractable claws that act like spikes on a high-speed track. But this speed comes at a price. The cheetah is not an endurance predator. A chase longer than 1,300 feet can leave it completely exhausted. Therefore, every hunt requires calculation, patience, and perfect timing. Unlike lions or hyenas, the cheetah does not fight for its prey. Its solitary nature forces it to hunt and eat quickly, before larger rivals arrive to steal its prize. A female cheetah raises her cubs alone, often in secluded and well-camouflaged locations. She moves her den every few days to avoid being tracked. The life of a cheetah is one of risk and velocity. Every hunting attempt expends energy that may not be recovered. But still, it runs. And when it runs, it seems as if nature itself pauses to watch in awe. The ground trembles slightly before any movement is seen. A low, distant rumble announces the approach of a majestic presence. Gradually, the colossal shapes of an African elephant herd emerge, parading slowly across the savannah. They are the true giants of this continent. Weighing up to 13,000 pounds and standing over 10 feet tall, the African elephant is the largest land mammal on the planet. They live in groups led by the oldest female, the matriarch. Her experience dictates the herd's direction, leading them to water and food. The trunk, perhaps their most remarkable feature, is a multifunctional tool. With over 40,000 muscles, it is used for eating, drinking, communicating, and even caressing other members of the herd. But beyond their physical power, it is their intelligence that is most astounding. But their true strength lies not in their size, but in their wisdom. Because an elephant does not simply see the world, it remembers it. They hold memories of ancient pathways, of long-lost waterholes, and of family. They feel loss. They mourn their dead, revealing a depth of consciousness that echoes our own. This sensitivity allows them to survive prolonged droughts and find hidden water sources, even in seemingly barren lands. As they pass, they transform the environment, felling trees, creating clearings, and digging for water. These actions benefit countless other species. In the vastness of the savannah, the elephant is not just an inhabitant, it is a guardian. Along the murky riverbanks of Africa, where the water appears placid and harmless, one of the planet's most ancient predators awaits. The Nile crocodile, its eyes half closed just above the surface, watching in absolute silence. Its weapons are time and patience. And when it strikes, it does so without warning. Reaching lengths of up to 20 feet and weighing over 2,000 pounds, the African crocodile is an unstoppable force in aquatic ecosystems. Its thick skin protects its body like a living suit of armor. Its eyes and nostrils, positioned on top of its head, allow it to observe without being detected. Its bite is one of the most powerful in the animal kingdom. When its jaws snap shut, the force is so great that bones break instantly. But the attack does not end there. The crocodile spins its body violently underwater in a maneuver known as the death roll, disorienting its prey. Their menu is varied, from zebras and wildebeest to even young hippos. During seasonal river crossings, when large herds seek new pastures, the crocodiles position themselves with surgical precision. They know that the chaos and panic will create the perfect conditions for their hunt. The crocodile's presence is fundamental to the health of the rivers. They control populations, clean up carcasses, and influence the behavior of terrestrial species. Under the unforgiving heat of the African afternoon, a cloud of dust slowly rises as a formidable shape appears on the horizon. The rhinoceros, with its thick hide and characteristic horn, moves forward with a wordless majesty. The African rhinoceros can weigh up to 3,300 pounds and measure over 10 feet in length. Its appearance is like a prehistoric relic. Despite its rugged image, there is a surprising sensitivity to its nature. Its vision is limited, but its senses of smell and hearing compensate with remarkable precision. On the savannah, the rhinoceros plays a crucial role, feeding mainly on grasses and shrubs. It helps to control vegetation, allowing new plants to grow. It is a true gardener of the savannah. Despite its placid diet, it is a territorial and highly reactive animal. Confrontations, especially in competition for females, can be incredibly fierce. Few predators dare to confront an adult rhinoceros. However, the young, if isolated, can become targets for lions or hyenas. In the vastness of the African savannah, where the rhythm of life oscillates between bursts of speed and moments of tense silence, the rhinoceros walks with a venerable serenity. On the African savannah, every dawn and every dusk closes another chapter. Stories of power, strategy, survival, and adaptation. The giants who shape the landscape, the predators who move like phantoms, all play an essential role in this wild symphony. The balance between life and death, action and silence, brutality and beauty, reveals the true essence of nature in its purest state. Observing these creatures, we understand that greatness lies not only in size or strength, but in how each being finds its own path in a world of challenges. But her greatest enemy now is her own kind. Other females are also in heat, and aggressive males are ready to engage in fierce battles for the right to mate. One overcast morning, Velkera arrives at a large swamp, where more than a dozen males have scented her arrival. A giant, writhing ball of snakes begins to form. Their bodies twist together, a terrifying, glistening mass, moving in a slow, primitive synchrony. For hours, Velkera lies at the center of this damp, violent embrace, choosing her mate in a trance of pure instinct. For Velkera, this is not just a biological moment, but the beginning of a new phase in her life, to carry, to birth, and to protect her lineage. After the struggle in the mire, Velkera has not only conquered the strongest mate, but now carries new life within her. For an anaconda, There is no nest, no care from a partner, only the endurance of the mother. In the following weeks, Velkara's body begins to transform. She becomes thicker, slower, but also far more dangerous. She retreats to a deep, remote swamp where the light cannot penetrate. Here she rests, gathering her strength and avoiding all conflict. She moves only to hunt, each movement measured, so as not to endanger the dozens of embryos growing within. Below, in the dark, still water, a life cycle pauses in heavy silence. But high above, in the sun-drenched canopy, the story of the forest continues, written in sound and motion. Among the great trees, where sunlight rarely breaks through, is the kingdom of the forest's most mischievous inhabitants, the howler and saki monkeys. An alpha male, Toko, a howler monkey with a jet black coat and an unusually large throat, takes a deep breath. A moment later, a roar echoes for miles through the forest, a declaration of his sovereignty. His females and their young play in the branches, leaping with the grace of skilled acrobats. They are playful, but ever watchful, for danger can come from any direction. In the lower forest strata, a 200-pound tapir moves quietly through the damp mud. With its long, flexible snout, it sniffs the ground, searching for leaves and young shoots. It is a gentle herbivore, but it lives in constant fear of the jaguar's claws. At the slightest unusual sound, it will bolt like a cannonball, plunging into the river to escape. On the damp forest floor, an army ant leads an invisible legion. They need no nest, only a signal. Thousands advance as one, attacking any insect, reptile, or even fledgling bird that cannot escape their path. Above, colorful birds like jacamars and tanagers flit among the treetops, competing for seeds, insects, and rare rays of sun. And then, on a rotting log, a smaller creature appears, carrying death in a single touch, a poison dart frog. With its vibrant blue skin and fiery black spots, it is a living warning sign of the Amazon. Small, beautiful, and deadly. The poison on its skin is potent enough to kill dozens of adult humans, and has been used for centuries by indigenous peoples to tip their hunting arrows. As the Amazon forest quiets after a heavy rain, a herd of gentle creatures begins to move towards the riverbank. It is a group of capybaras, the world's largest rodents. Leading them is a large male, weighing around 130 pounds, his grey-brown coat perpetually damp. The herd numbers more than a dozen, including nursing females and young just a few weeks old who stay close to their mothers. Capybaras are semi-aquatic mammals, their webbed feet making them expert swimmers. They feed on grasses, roots, and fallen fruit, sometimes consuming over 7 pounds of vegetation a day. Though gentle, they live in highly organized groups, communicating through a series of calls, soft grunts, and whistles. But today, the wind is still, and this is the most dangerous time. As twilight falls on the riverbank, high above, the Amazon forest awakens in a world of color and song. And nothing represents this vibrancy better than the macaw, a bird that wears all the colors of the rainforest. A pair of macaws soars among the low clouds. Their plumage looks as if it were painted by hand, a brilliant red, as vibrant as the blue of the river, and a golden yellow as bright as the midday sun. With a wingspan of nearly 3 feet and a strong curved beak, they fly in pairs, emitting shrill calls that are both a means of communication and a territorial declaration. Macaws mate for life. They not only fly together, but also forage for seeds and fruits together and defend their nest from predators. As sunset approaches, a remarkable spectacle begins on the clay cliffs along the river. From all corners of the forest, hundreds of colorful parrots gather, forming a whirlwind of color. This is not a time for courtship or nesting. It is an ancient, strange, but vital ritual for their lives, eating clay. Macaws and several other parrot species gather on these clay licks, using their powerful beaks to break off and swallow pieces of the earth. What seems a bizarre ceremony is, in fact, an act of ancient wisdom. The forest provides an abundance of fruits and seeds, but many come with a hidden defense: toxins. Here, at these clay banks, the parrots find their antidote, a natural pharmacy that allows them to feast on a forbidden menu. The sight of hundreds of colorful birds, all pecking at the earth together, creates a living symphony. Once they have had their fill, the parrots take flight, returning to the treetops, leaving behind the disturbed ground evidence of a strange but intelligent evolutionary behavior. The afternoon shadows lengthen. the beating of wings fades like a song ending another day in the lush forest. As the sun climbs high, on a sandbank jutting into the river, dark grey shapes lie basking in the sun. It is a congregation of caimans, the most dangerous predators of South America's freshwaters. They lie motionless, resembling old, weathered logs. But beneath that coarse hide lie powerful muscles and lightning-fast reflexes. The black caiman is cold-blooded, and sunbathing not only warms its body, but is also a strategy to rest and conceal its intentions. This is a living relic from a lost age. A mature male can exceed 16 feet in length, a formidable weight of armor and muscle forged for the ambush. In his world, deer, wild boar, even the mighty jaguar are all just opportunities waiting to be seized. The young gather at the water's edge under the watchful eye of their mother, one of the few reptiles to show parental care. Any small sound from her offspring puts the mother on high alert, ready to plunge into the water at a moment's notice. Caimans do not often hunt by day, but if an opportunity presents itself, they will not miss it. A young monkey slips while coming down to drink. A bird walks carelessly. These are mistakes that cost a life. Amidst the serene backdrop of light and birdsong, darkness still lurks just beneath the surface. Under the harsh midday sun, the Amazon River seems to be asleep. Black caimans still lie scattered on the sandbanks, their eyes half closed, as if indifferent to the world around them. A mature male, over 13 feet long, leaves the sandbank and glides into the adjacent swamp, where tangled roots and moss cover the water's surface. The sun rises over the Serengeti, awakening the wild. Herds of zebra and wildebeest charge forward like dust storms, surging on a journey of life and death. High above, vultures circle, waiting for the fallen. Below, a pack of African wild dogs accelerates, cornering a young wildebeest. In moments, the hunt is over. Tanzania, the land of predators. The African sun beats down on the Serengeti, turning the vast grasslands into a sea of arid gold. The wind carries waves of red dust, and with it, the searing heat of the dry season. In the distance, the horizon begins to move. At first, just a few small dots. Then they spread like a flood. A black and white wall is approaching. Hundreds of thousands of zebras on the march, part of the greatest migration on Earth. The ground trembles under their urgent hooves. The sound is a relentless, rhythmic drumming, an endless symphony of the wild. Each year, more than 300,000 zebras, along with 1.5 million wildebeest and hundreds of thousands of gazelles, undertake one of the most arduous migrations on the planet. They move not because they want to, but because they must. The rains have ceased in the Serengeti, leaving behind parched lands, depleted waterholes, and withered grass. If they do not leave, they will die of hunger, thirst, or fall to predators. But what lies ahead is not just green pasture. On their journey of over 500 miles, they will face Africa's most brutal challenges. Leading this enormous army are the strongest zebras. Their black and white bodies shimmer in the sun, creating a hypnotic mirage on the vast plains. But even in this crowd, they cannot let down their guard. Their ears are always pricked, their eyes constantly scanning the land ahead. High above, flocks of vultures circle, their black wings outstretched, observing every step of the migrants, waiting for the weak to fall. And hidden in the tall grass, the sharp eyes of a lioness watch and wait for a moment of distraction.